Lots of news, both good and bad, and some kind of sad today. So, good morning, Mario, and good morning, Switch fans. Little hand flip there. I am left-handed. Right hand don't work as well. I very much envy all you ambidextrous people out there. But what's going on, everybody? It's Zach from SwitchForce. We're going to get right into it. I know y'all are busy. So, F-Zero 99 has become a mega hit, very popular there on Nintendo Switch Online, and a super smart move by Nintendo to incentivize Switch Online subscriptions and juice the F-Zero franchise, hopefully for a full game. But it's getting new tracks, 5 new tracks coming tomorrow, 9/29, including Red Canyon, which seems like a nice boost of content for the game. Pretty awesome to see that they're already investing in this title, and this goes to show that the numbers have impressed them because they're already putting in extra content. Sometimes Nintendo doesn't even give you content even if the game does amazing, so thumbs up F-Zero. I love where this is headed. I do not love where this next story is headed because y'all remember Fall Guys? In the Animal Crossing era, the pandemic era, we were all locked down and sad. We played Animal Crossing and we tried out Fall Guys, a brand new battle royale with beans and goofy puzzles / obstacle courses. It was awesome and fun, and the game has made tons of collaborations and persisted for a while. Despite losing popularity, it's still a great game. Well, it might not be a great game much longer because today Epic Games, the parent company, had tons of layoffs, one of which was laying off nearly the entirety of Mediatonic, the company behind Fall Guys. Initially, it was reported that they shuttered the entire studio, laying off over 800 employees, but one silver lining here, I do have confirmation from Jason Schreier that while it's true they were hit very hard by today's mass layoffs, reports and rumors that the entire studio was shuttered are not true, and they will still continue to work on Fall Guys in some small, reduced kernel capacity. Now, despite that being a positive, this still overall is a mass negative. You've got all these companies laying people off while the games are doing great. The parent company, Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney, he's worth over $4 billion. So rather than take some money out of his pocket, he's laying off thousands of people. And this is a bummer because while Fall Guys may not be a forever successful game, it has done super well, and the folks at Mediatonic did an awesome job. They don't deserve this. They changed the words at their studio today to read decimation, which is just downright depressing. And I want to call your attention to something that the legendary Satoru Iwata did back during the Wii U era. As CEO of Nintendo, he saw that it was struggling mightily. Nintendo was not doing what they're doing now. They were doing the exact opposite and floundering. He took it upon himself to take a 50% salary pay cut rather than pass along the pain to his employees. So he decided to hurt himself in order to save his hard workers. And he still wasn't super hurt because the guy made tons of money. Tim Sweeney at Epic makes well more, magnitudes more, and yet we're not seeing a similar act of kindness and other-centeredness. I wish many of these CEOs would look at Mr. Iwata and say, hey, Nintendo is now insanely successful, incredibly respected, and their fans love them. Why not take a little bit out of our pot so that we can keep other people's pots at least lit? So many of these people now are jobless, whereas Tim Sweeney is still worth $4.2 billion. I don't know what becomes of Fall Guys. It sounds like it will still continue, like I said, in some capacity. But this sucks, and my heart goes out to everybody laid off across all sorts of companies, including the one that I've worked for the last year and a half. Ascendant Studios, makers of Immortals of Avium, had layoffs about a week ago, and that was quite a bummer because they laid off about 40% of their studio, which really sucks. It's just hard and difficult across the board, and frankly, I just wish it didn't have to happen. I wish we saw CEOs of the parent companies foot the bill and say, hey, I can be a lesser billionaire instead of a bigger billionaire, and y'all can keep your jobs. I know that's just pie in the sky wishful thinking, but man, if only people were that nice to each other. Back on the up train though, Sonic Superstars is confirmed to run 60 FPS on Switch. We don't often get this. All right, let's golf clap for this. Getting Sonic speedier than ever with a super silky, sexy, smooth frame rate is perfection. This game is out right before Mario Wonder, and that's going to be a tough task because Mario Wonder previews dropped today, and Metro said that this is the best platformer since at least Yoshi's Island from Nintendo and could easily surpass it. Everybody seems to be in love with the creativity on display in Mario Wonder. The stages are varied, the enemies are new, and I think this jolt of fresh air into the Mario 2D franchise is exactly what it needs. I think everybody thinking about Mario Wonder is remembering New Super Mario Bros. For the last decade. But this is so new, it's not even called new anymore. I think it's going to surprise a lot of people. Many are already expecting it to be great. It'll sell like hotcakes, but I think it could be a Game of the Year contender. In a year with epic RPGs, maybe something a little more simplistic, a little more retro, but mixing itself with modern ideas. Perhaps this could be the perfect storm, and Nintendo could end up with 2 Game of the Year contenders in Tears of the Kingdom and Mario Wonder. I don't need to read a bunch of Mario Wonder quotes to you to let you know that I'm excited about the game, but I freaking cannot wait. We're only like 3 weeks away. It's getting so close, and I'm going to play the heck out of this crazy, kooky, flower-powered adventure on October 20th. In news of the day, remember Red Dead Redemption 2? We were just talking about this psychotic release on Switch 1 or 2 of RDR2, and it was posted on the ratings board over in Brazil that, hey, the listing for Red Dead Redemption 2 was updated to include Switch. This seemed impossible. They don't really do cloud games there. So how the heck was this going to work? Or is this a secret leak for the next Switch? Well, as of this morning, it has been scrubbed. And while many are reporting that this scrubbing means it was a mistake, I'm not so sure. I wonder if this mistake is actually a different kind of mistake, and the mistake was actually that they put it out there in the first place. Not because it's not happening, but actually because it is happening. And Rockstar is very coy, they're very close to the chest, they like to hold their cards tight. We still know nothing of GTA 6, and we've been waiting for so freaking long. Isn't it like Rockstar to scrub the mention of RDR2 before they officially announce it's coming to, say, Switch 2? Or maybe Nintendo was like, John Marston, I'm going to shoot a hole in your cowboy hat if you don't get rid of this listing, because we have not even talked about the next system yet. I could easily see a number of scenarios playing out where people were not supposed to leak this information, or Brazil was not supposed to post this information. Somehow it got out early. I guess there's also the possibility they just made an oopsie. But like I described in my initial report, why would someone accidentally go to the RDR2 page and update the rating? Because RDR1 is already out. That rating already came out a while ago. The game is fully released on Switch. So what? They put that and then they mistakenly forgot and thought it was RDR2. I don't know. I don't buy this is just a simple mistake. I think maybe there's more at play here, and I would not be surprised if RDR2 ends up in, say, a Nintendo third-party showcase when they're highlighting games coming early to Switch 2. Wouldn't it be great to show off a Rockstar title, a From Software title, a Ubisoft title? They could have an entire gamut of great third-party franchises previously impossible on Switch, now ready to roll on Switch 2. Let me know your thoughts, but I don't know that this is the end for RDR2, and I have a sneaking suspicion we'll hear about this again sometime in 2024. Before we go, I do want to draw your attention to Cocoon, which is out tomorrow on Nintendo Switch. Amazing game! I gave it a 10 out of 10 in my review, and if you want to hear more, definitely check out that video. This is one of my favorite games of all time. I've been teasing it on Twitter and on YouTube for a while now, but that's the big game. It is out very soon, if not already. It's fantastic, phenomenal, creative, genius, and absolutely immersive as all heck. No words, no dialogue, no tutorials, one button, and yet you do so much. You're literally transforming inside of worlds, outside of worlds, carrying worlds around. It's too good to be true, and yet here it is. Check it out, please. I implore you. It's one of the best games I've ever played. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, stay positive out there. Love you lots. SwitchForce, out.